A couple of pieces of housekeeping. First off, it's come to my attention that we didn't take attendance at the start of the show. We violated the agenda.
So nothing that we've done up until this point is official.
Oh, sorry, so we're going to be, so if you could all just leave, come back in. Yes, I do a pretty straightforward attendance this time. I am Aidan Morgan. I'm the co-host of the Queen City Improvement Bureau.
And I'm Paul Deshane. And although for tonight I am the thing that terrifies City Council the most, the mill rate.
And what I am, we're going to find out in a moment. Now, there's one other piece of housekeeping. When I made the cards, the laminated cards, we included a prize. There was one came with a nickel and a drink ticket. And I didn't explain the nickel and the drink ticket, so the person who tried to redeem it didn't get their drink. That's because we didn't tell the bartender because the drink ticket doesn't mean anything. However, what I was going to tell you all was that if you do get the drink ticket, one of you must, then come up to me afterwards and I'll buy you a drink. There's also a nickel, and the nickel can be exchanged for goods and services.
Oh, and I also just want to say thank you very much to Jack Brasseur,
Yes.
for staff who actually made me this T-shirt. And thanks, of course, to Andrew Stevens.
Yes. And Jody.
And Jody, yes. And Cassie Ozone.
Yes.
And Carter Ozone. Yeah.
Woo. So,
They're awesome.
also, I want to give a quick shout out to the fact that this is all volunteer run, and there are people here from Access, and thanks to the Artesian for hosting us. This has been an excellent time. Also, thanks to sound people, thank you so much. But pretty soon, you're going to be regretting that there's audible sound.
Oh, also, a note that I just received when I was downstairs. We have to flog the lottery, the 50/50 lottery for CJTR, Access Now. When you're outside, or if you go downstairs to the bar, ask them about the lottery. You can kick in some bucks to support the station that puts us on the air. And we are very grateful for everything they've done for us for 10 years.
Yes.
They let us do radio.
Amazing.
And they haven't asked us to quit. We talk about city council for an hour every week, and they didn't say stop.
We made fun of Swiss Chalet and they can kick us off the air. Oh.
So anyways, yeah, so please sign up for the raffle. It supports the station, it helps keep the lights on, and it helps keep us on the air, and all of the other programming. Please listen to CJTR. It is put on by volunteers in your community. People, anybody who lives in Regina, is part of Regina, can be a host of CJTR and produce a show, and that's the awesomeness of this community media.
Absolutely. Yes, Paul.
You might remember some time ago,
I'm unclear of the details.
I will give you some. About 6 or 7 years ago, the city made its first run at trying to make the city a little bit more dense, increase the residential density. And what they did was they tried to change the zoning bylaw so that instead of just building single-family homes in single-family neighborhoods, you could build duplexes. Now, some of you may have noticed the buttons out on the table outside, or the counter outside. Those are free, you can take them. Yeah, so this was very contentious. There were a lot of people who were very upset at the possibility that their neighborhood could have duplexes in it. And as a consequence, a lot of people came to city council. Now, one of those delegations, I'm going to play the clip for you.
It's a QCID classic.
Where we live, every home is a single detached home in terms of accommodation, so people take care of their properties. I don't want to be pounded by duplexes and semi-detached and neighbors that would have granny shacks in the back and bring in all the families. I don't want that.
Pounded by duplex.
Granny shacks in the back. It's a weird, dirty mullet.
That phrase haunted me for years. What could being pounded by a duplex possibly mean?
What would it even look like?
So you may recall, finally, like, the stress was too much. And 2 years ago, I sat down and in a fever, I wrote a novel. Pounded by duplexes. How I went from NIMBY to YIMBY. And we premiered that novel here because you read an excerpt from my novel.
It was life
on this stage.
It was humiliating and life changing. I love it.
And it was a little horny. But then a year later, you,
also stressed and also in a fever, wrote my novel and made Paul read an excerpt, and it was hornier.
So that was the sequel. Well, Aiden, I haven't got the Pounded by Duplex juices out of me yet.
By the way, the second one was called Pounded by Duplexes, Laneway Loving.
I've written a threequel. Aiden has not seen this. I wrote this. When I passed it to him, it will be the first time he sees the words on these pages. Would you do me the honors? Thank you, Aiden.
All right.
I was feeling very inspired.
Wow. Okay. Oh, there, I already see a Halloween theme. From NIMBY to YIMBY 3, A Nightmare on Density Street. By Randy Urban.
It's our joint pen name.
Oh, yes. And, it starts off, classic, the quotation. He who fights with NIMBYs should be careful, lest he thereby become a NIMBY. That's by Friedrich NIMBY.
No, it isn't like Friedrich Nietzsche. It is from Beyond Good and Evil. And NIMBYs.
Okay. Let's get started. Oh, what a difference a couple of years can make. My name is Brian White. I'm 50-something but fit. The ladies of Aquarobics like the way I float. My shelves are heavy with pickleball trophies. Maybe you've heard of them. Once upon a time, development proposals filled me with anger and fear. New construction was my enemy. If city administration was compiling community comment, no matter the topic, nice alliteration, no matter the topic, I stood firmly in the negative column. But not anymore. Not after my amorous urban adventures. My eyes have opened to the joys of denser urban forms. Over the last 2 years, I've dallied with duplexes, trifled with triplexes, fallen for a few fourplexes, been swept off my feet by laneway suites. I've made merry with more multi-unit domiciles than I can muster to memory. Retirement has been treating me well. I feel like a teenager again. And as I've shared my story, word has gotten out in all the right circles. Brian White, he's thirsty for infill. Maybe that's why I was invited to be a keynote speaker at the 2025 Missing Middle Housing Symposium, which was being held, ironically, as far away as you could get from the compact urbanism I grew to love, out in the woods at the Crystal Lake Corporate Retreat and Spa. It was like summer camp for city planners. Things are going great. Our first night, we drank craft beer and bespoke kombucha around a crackling fire while Uthvelt, a placemaking consultant from the Netherlands, played selections from A Marvelous Order, Jane Jacobs musical, on his acoustic guitar. After a few hours of this, I went off into the woods to get some fresh air and collect my thoughts before my speech the following day. That's when I heard movement in the bushes behind me. A branch snapped, the leaves rustled. A shadow fell darkly upon me. I turned. "Who's there?" I shouted. "It's just me," came a voice from among the trees. The tone rumbled with promise. "Okay, again. It's just me." "Show yourself," I said. "Sure," he said. "I've nothing to be ashamed of." And out of the shadows stepped 6 stories of magnificence. So tall, so densely packed, a single staircase running right to the top. And this picture of residential virility was built upon the tallest little footprint. Like nothing I've ever seen before. Unimaginable, unattainable. "Are you?" "No," I gasped. "Say, Brian," he replied. "Are you a point access block?" "In the flesh," I said. "But you're impossible," I stammered. "Under the current zoning, I mean. What is zoning really? Except a way to keep you from the things you desire?" "But a medium-density, mid-rise apartment building on a lot typically reserved for a single-family home without secondary egress through to the top floors, the fire code would never allow it." "So did it," he said. I stared into his windows, dread deep of the way they allowed light and air into every room. "Your units," I gasped. "Some have 3 bedrooms. I could start a family with you." "Yeah, you don't have to," he purred. "I'm all about residential flexibility." I fell then into his mass timber construction. It had a fire rating even better than concrete. I felt so safe, so comfortable. I closed my eyes, abandoned my municipal inertia. But my zoning code opened wide. And then I heard a crash, felt a rush of air as though something hard and sharp passed millimeters from my cheek. There was a scream. Maybe it was mine, I did not know. My eyes snapped open at that moment, and I beheld my beautiful point-axis block mangled in my arms. Its top 4 stories sliced neatly off, nothing left behind, except a gruesome stump, a limp, stacked duplex. There in the grass lay the murder weapon, a bloody parking study. Deadly. I looked up from my ruined paramour and saw his murderer. I could make out no features. It was just an ominous silhouette against the night and said nothing. Who could it be? Silently, it observed my pain, my despair, such promise cut down before me. But I must have been in shock. For once I finally roused myself to action, the murderous interloper had disappeared into the trees, and I knew not where it had gone. Paul, this is kind of long. So I'm gonna go ahead and skip ahead here. Violence, porn. You're a sick man to share. Okay, let's get to the end here. I spied the masked figure from my hiding spot, its hands still dripping gore from the planned group of dwellings that had just cut to ribbons. "Your reign of terror ends here," I hissed between gritted teeth and sprang upon the monstrous form, landing on it from behind. I drove the roll-up set of development guidelines deep into its back. It howled in pain and terror as the relevant claws I'd sharpened to a deadly point pierced its hollow bitter heart. It fell to the ground, powerless, and as I felt the fiend go limp beneath me, I flipped it over. "Why did you do it?" I screamed in its face. "They just wanted to provide housing, somewhere for people to live, raise families, age in place." "They were an aberration, and you know it," the figure beneath me coughed. "They were ruining unity, character, property values with greater Who are you? I growled as I ripped the bozo the clown mask from its face. And to my horror, I was staring directly into my own eyes. What a twist. I write all this to you from, is it padded cell? In an asylum? No, it's a breakout session at a community engagement meeting. Same difference. I don't know what's next for me. Or maybe I do. I look around at the flipboards where people have stuck their comments on little colored sticky notes. Another master plan slouches towards its shelf. Nothing changes in Island City.
Someday we will publish this as a set of hardbacks.
Ooh,
Very hardbacks. Yeah.
okay.
All right.
There's music.
Yeah, all right, folks. There were earplugs outside.
Well, there goes our monetization.
That was an unplanned fuck. All right, so we want 20 seconds. All right, hey folks. So, yeah, occasionally the Queen City Improvement Bureau ventures into music.
As we call it.
All right. Yeah, so yes, swearing. Our show is on. I think I'm leaving. Anyways, our show is on from 7 to 8 o'clock on Thursday evenings, and then it's rebroadcast at 3 o'clock Mondays. That's the bigger
Just in
problem.
time for the kids to hear us.
Yeah. And as a consequence, if a swear ever slips out, that it is a problem. And swears slipped out. And what happens is we instantly get a phone call or an email the next day from the stadium to say, the CRTC is listening. So, yeah, we wrote a song about that.
Should I?
Ooh. And yeah, Aiden wrote the first verse to this. We wrote this one together.
I wrote this one kind of as a sea shanty, but Paul had to go all woke and make it listenable.
Yeah, so instead of getting a band, taught Aiden how to do keyboards. Ready? Yep. He was just a normal kid on his way home from school, and Paul said, "Talk on the radio." He's been out of class and he's breaking every rule. Just Paul said, "Talk on the radio, radio, oh." Paul said, "Talk on the radio." Just a normal kid from a normal bungalow. Paul said, "Talk on the radio." She's just a normal kid on her way home from the mall. Paul said, "Talk on the radio." Now she's skipping out at night, painting swear words on the wall. Cause Paul said, "Talk on the radio." On the radio, radio, oh. Paul said, "Talk on the radio." Just a normal kid from a normal bungalow. Paul said, "Talk on the radio." They're just two normal kids that don't mess it went too far. Cause Paul said, "Talk on the radio." They're sneaking out of class and they're fucking in her parents' car. Cause Paul said, "Talk on the radio." On the radio. Now this one, you may recall, like, we were talking earlier about duplexes and the city's efforts to try to like increase residential density. And whenever this happens, whenever you like, you know, try to like build a duplex in an existing neighborhood or an apartment building, there are inevitably problems. And so actually I wrote this song with John Kennedy, who's sitting right there. And yeah, this was supposed to be the theme song for the Summer of Half, when the Housing Accelerator Fund stuff was precipitating all these changes to the zoning bylaw. I wrote this song. It's called Do the NIMBY. Get a little bit more drums. Excellent work. Nailed it. Thank you. Okay, well that is it for the planned portion of this evening. Except we have one last thing. We were not expecting so many people to dress up. I had been like saying on the internet, please come dressed up. And if you come dressed up as like something very on point, that'd be great. We've got prizes. I did not expect to see so many costumes out there. So we are actually going to have like a parade of costumes now. Can we get the lights up, please? And can we also get Jack and Carter on stage, please? Woo.
This is called it's a literary device. It's sort of like Chekhov's zombie and Chekhov's Jack.
All right, folks, if you are wearing a costume and want to be part of our cavalcade of costumes, please line up on the side here. Oh, good, you are. Excellent. So I thought what we would do is, I would like to see every costume, learn about every costume, meet people who gone to all the trouble getting costumed up. So you guys want to like come through one at a time. We'll get to meet you a little bit, and they will get to pass judgment upon you. All right. So we've got Carter.
Hello.
Jack restores back. Hello. And David, of course. All right. First costume, individual. Hey, can I get your name, please?
Hey, my name's Nick.
Hey, Nick. Thanks a lot for coming out tonight. This is awesome. And what are you dressed up as?
I'm Mega Munch in retirement.
Okay, I'm gonna hit the button. Are you ready? That was perfect. What are the thoughts from up above?
Okay.
I thought that was an excellent Mega Munch impersonation.
Very committed to the bit, very relevant. I've got to say,
I'm just not convinced that Mega Munch would be here on retirement because he'd probably be off in Arizona playing pickleball with all the snowbirds. But I am impressed that he made it all his way here for the 10th anniversary of GCFP.
I'm just glad I'm not the only one brought back from the dead.
All right, second costume, please. Hello, and what is your name?
Hi, I am Jeanette. Woo! Thank you. I am a cyclist. I would love to see more protected bike lanes in the city. None of this bullshit. Just lines painted on the street where people are just gonna park there or try to turn when I'm in it. And sometimes I bike without my helmet on. It's not true. I actually bike with my helmet on.
That is the thing, though, right? Like, there are these complaints about not having a helmet bylaw, but like helmet use is like almost like 90%.
Yeah, but I would also say there are a lot of people where cycling might be their best option or their only option for transportation, and are we really going to punish people who might not be able to afford a helmet or have access to
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming.
I think that if we made people driving in Regina also have to wear helmets,
Yeah.
that maybe that could help solve the problem.
Personally speaking, less helmets is better for me. I want to get that 90% number down.
I'm a little worried about Jeanette coming up against the Black Knight, but other than that, it's
All right. What up, next costume?
Me.
All right, can I get your name and what you're dressed up?
I'm Amy, and I'm a NIMBY.
And what did your sign say?
This one, take your bike lanes and buzz off. And stopping high density housing gives me a buzz.
Now, all right, is this like a costume? Is this like an aspirational costume or something that you find terrifying?
I find this terrifying.
Okay.
Very smooth.
Okay. Thanks a lot for coming. Thoughts, panel.
no mess.
I just found it interesting how someone tried to like make like NIMBYs kind of cute and unsuspecting, because I often feel like counselors think that way about NIMBYs. That really they're actually not that threatening, and we need them for the environment. You know,
They have a stinger, which, when threatened, and in keeping, it kills both the person and the beast.
if only we were so lucky.
I just don't want anyone zombing in my backyard.
All right, next costume. Could I get your name and your costume, please?
Hi, I'm Kevin. I'm Regina City Council. Go Cars! Woo! Cars! And I might be stuck in a bit of time warp as well.
Yeah. So you are like all of city council in a single person.
Exactly, yeah.
Right. Do you watch a lot of city council?
Listen to it through your show.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. All right, and do you have like, of the councils, do you have a favorite?
Ooh.
Like, which one do you feel you most embody?
Well, there were several in the previous council that my wife joked were just cars in a trench coat. Yeah, unfortunately, that was a little harder of a costume to put together.
Okay, panel?
Sorry, you were dressed up as Hawkins? Oh,
I was just trying to figure out which counselor wore that hat.
Yeah.
I like the high concept, the idea of like time travel and amalgamation works for me. And that's a really comfy looking outfit. I gotta say, I feel sleepy in a good way just looking at you.
Awesome. Thanks a lot for coming. Thanks, Grace. All right, next up. Okay, can I get your name, please? And your costume. You're not going to say anything?
None shall laugh.
Oh, nice.
I am Mark of Council of Ward. I am the Black Knight. I have words. I've had journalists, media people at me. I've had words.
Oh, really? It looks pretty awful, actually.
It works for me.
This is really awful. Okay. Well, thank you for coming, Mark. This is a hell of a costume. Panel.
I think it's a great costume.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to make up for a previous mistake. So, I think you nailed it. Mark.
I'm personally disturbed by the amount of gore in this particular costume. It just goes too far for me.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Mark, for coming. Thank you for being a good sport. All right. Next up.
Hey buddies! Hey buddy! Buddy! Buddies! Buddy! Hey buddy!
All right. Can I get your name and what you're dressed up as?
Ward 3, Dave Fro. We're at Ward 3.
That is the most. It's New York, dude.
But, excuse me for a moment, if I can. I think the point is well made that everything is figure-outable, and I think we are all in violent agreement that Ward 3 is the best ward! Go Ward 3! Thank you, buddy.
All right. I'm sorry. I need to get your name. Your actual name.
My actual name, Shannon Sakidia. Ward 8! It's great!
Thank you. Panel.
I don't think that David Fro should show up here pretending to be Shannon.
All right, next up. Can I get your name, please? And go ahead.
Respectfully, counselors and the public have an insatiable appetite for new things, and that has consequences in the middle.
Oh my God. That, I believe, would be Jim Nickel. City manager.
I just wish that every time that I was about to make a bad decision, I had my own personal Jim Nichols. Just repeating that speech over and over.
It's inspiring. I mean, I think everything that could have possibly said was said.
I was kind of hoping for the chaperone costume.
All right, next up, please. Your name and your costume.
I am Joel, and I am Freddie Mercury because, as in my wife's wise words, another one rides the bus.
Right on. That is a hell of a costume. Yeah, are you a big Freddie Mercury fan?
Huge.
What about are you a Weird Al fan?
I think I resemble Weird Al just a little bit more. But...
Bus man!
I was actually thinking Burton Cummings, but...
that's occasionally as well.
When was he on city council?
Maybe this is a vision of the future.
Never mind. I know for a fact he can't come back from the dead.
Can you hit a Freddie Mercury falsetto?
All right, next one, All right. Can I get your name and your costume, please?
I'm Brad. I'm a Viking advocate. I've got a petition here if anyone would like to sign it, calling for the city to build some more protected Viking lanes.
Do you have a lot of names?
I have exactly two. Paul Deshawn and Aidan Morgan.
All right. So you can like send a vote for Hunt and get more if you want. This is. Do you go around like this all the time?
No, but this is an excuse to wear a pre-existing costume for sure.
Panel.
Reuse, recycle, and good puns. So I'm on board.
Okay.
I breaking character for a second. You came up as a Viking. I was expecting something nasty. You said the most pleasant hi I have ever heard, and the veil was shattered.
I have something to say.
All right.
I'm tired of Vikings with their Viking lanes leaving blood eagles all over my neighborhood.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. How can I stay mad?
Here's one. All right. Your costume. Can I get your name, please, and your costume?
I'm Karen. I'm a temporary landscaped parking lot.
Yes. That's awesome. That's how many cars can park on you?
Really, it's just one.
Panel.
Well, you know what they say about temporary parking lots in this city.
They're going to be temporary for a really fucking long time.
Yes, that's exactly what they say.
Either that or trapping zombies.
I just don't think it'd be QCID without Paul complaining about parking. So I'm glad.
Passed it off on somebody else.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
All right, we've got one last one. And I get your name and your costume.
My name is Andrew, and this costume is Queen City Chickens. And as you know, they advanced a motion that it was defeated as poorly as this fan keeping this suit afloat.
Brilliant. Do you think that we should get another backyard chicken motion?
Absolutely.
I think there's some people you can talk to about that. Panel, before he passes out.
There's very little oxygen left.
I hope your chickens get more oxygen than you have.
I'm with a chicken in every backyard.
Okay, thanks, Andrew. Okay, so thanks a lot, everybody. Panel, do you want to? We need 2 minutes to confer. I feel so old. The Viking, and then maybe back up on stage.
I'm pretty disappointed that I couldn't compete in the contest because I thought to myself, what's one thing that the city council is really scared of, and it's food security.
Yes.
Because we can't let anybody working on food security come use the old town fire hall. Eventually, they accept it. But
Yes. Oh yeah, come on.
We're gonna give out some prizes.
All right, these were the panel debated, and these are the winners of our costume contest. Everybody gets a pound by duplexes, sure. All right.
We have some other prizes.
We do?
Yes.
Oh.
Yep. So I think I'm just gonna give out prizes based on who I think is most appropriate for each. So for the NIMBY, 1 Rough Rider scarf. For the Viking, for Brad, because it gets cold up there in the north. One pair of hard pressed socks. And for Jim Nickel, one canister of Welliver Goods Oatmeal Skin Therapy Lotion.
Again, well, thank you very much to our costume contest winners. And, hey, Aiden. Yeah.
Yes.
I think it's getting to be about that time.
It is about that time.
I think it is about that time.
Do we sing? Do we have an outro song that we sing?
I think we do have an outro.
We don't sing it, but please. However, it is time to adjourn the meeting. So, meeting adjourned. You have been listening to the Queen City Improvement Bureau on 91.3 FM. Access now community radio, change community. This one was live. Your host, Paul Shannon, Aiden Morgan. What's next?
I just want to say something. Guys, we've been doing this for 10 years. And when we started this, I never thought we would have more than 4 listeners. I did not think that we would get a rowdy crowd out to a live show.
My beard was brown.
Yeah, my back did not hurt this much. And the fact that you people have everybody who listens to us, comes out to our shows, has supported us through these 10 years, it means huge to us. It's amazing. You guys are great. Thank you so much. I think it's important to know that Regina is a good city, and covering politics in Regina is important, and it's important enough to make jokes about it and to poke fun at the people who are doing our politics. It's worth it. So, thanks a lot for coming out tonight. It means a lot. Thanks for listening.
We're off. We're going to go downstairs.
Yeah, we're going to go get a drink. Okay, thanks a lot, everyone.